Hi guys, on this week's show we're going to be talking about the installation of the ESS Dual Plus from Sense Innovations. And now for the surprise, dun dun dun, I don't just have one ESS Dual Plus, I have two. So I'm going to put one into the TRX4 and the other one I'm going to give away to a lucky subscriber. So subscribe to the channel and don't miss your chance on winning this ESS Dual Plus. So I'll be showing you how to install the ESS Dual Plus into the TRX4 Sport, show you how to run the cables so that you don't change the car's water resistant features. Yeah, that's about it. Let's quickly get rid of some dust so that the car's a little bit more presentable. So inside the box there are your installation manuals. There are some separate cable holders. Then we have different types of clips for different types of crawlers. We have a USB connector where the sound box gets connected into the rear of it, and then you connect this to your laptop so you can download directly onto the box. And the website is sensehobbies.com, and they have about 23 pages of sounds that you can actually choose from. So I'll be using this bracket because it is from the TRX4, not really the TRX4 Sport, but it is the TRX4 bracket, and I'm going to be mounting it into this position. So on the TRX4 you would mount it this way around if you're running a Defender body. If you're running the TRX4 Sport body, that's not going to work anymore. You will have to mount it somewhere in the area of the cabin. I'm going to mount it on the front because I have space, because I'm running the Blazer body. So installation is fairly easy. I've got 4 screws and I just put the clip in between, tighten them, and the box stays in its position. So my next step is we are only using these 2 cables. So this is the splitter that connects into the receiver, and this is my power supply to the box, to the sound box, connecting in between the battery and the ESC. So if I have my battery here, connect the battery to this now, that obviously gives me power to the sound box. How that works is you just connect these 2 cables, make sure red is on red and black is on black. They obviously only go in one way, you can't really do any damage, but I just like to double check everything. You can connect that there. We can reroute it into these areas that are on the TRX4 chassis, or we can use the little clips with the double-sided tape and maybe put 1 or 2 extra so we can reroute the cables in maybe a better way. Now I'm going to open the receiver box and the little chamber in front of it, because that's where we're going to route the cables in to keep the car as water resistant as possible. So the receiver box has 3 screws, and the little chamber in front has 2, whereby they have a different head. So don't get them mixed up. So let's carefully take this off. Then what we're going to do, we're going to route the cable that's coming from the sound box underneath into the receiver box. The tricky part here is you're actually trying to get 2 plugs through one area. So I'm going to slip it into this area here, push it down as far as it'll go. Then take the second one and slide it in behind it. Bring the first one up, keep pushing, and we've got them in. There we go. Now this way I can close the chamber again and keep the car in its original water resistant state. So before I do that, I'm just going to route the cable into this little hook that is on the TRX4 chassis. Put that into position, and now I'm going to close the little chamber. Now the next easy step is connecting the splitter cable from the receiver to the box and to the ESC. So I'm going to take out number 2, which is the ESC, connect it on the one side, make sure it's the right direction. So now I've connected the ESC, and the other one is the cable of the sound box. Now they're both connected. Now I just put this back into its original position. And I kind of play with these cables so that I can get the lid back on. While you're placing this on, just make sure you don't pinch a cable as you're closing the box. Just squeeze them in there. Should close fairly easily. And you can just go ahead and screw your screws back in. So there's not enough space in this bracket, in the original TRX4 bracket, for these two cables to actually sit together. So I'm going to take one of these extra little cable holders and position it in this area. I think that way is actually quite good. So I'm going to connect it and just stick it down in this area to keep that in that place. Then this will be coming back up and we will be able to connect the battery. We can actually already do that. There we go. So there we go. All that's left now is to calibrate the sound box to the speed and position of the throttle. So you will be throttling it up to full speed on the calibration. So I recommend take your wheels off, not that they grip and your car shoots off the table. Now all that's left is to calibrate the sound box to the position of the throttle of the ESC. So I'm going to turn the car on as normal. Then you're going to push the plus button for about 2 seconds. Then you're going to wait a little bit, count to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push it one more time. That gives you the center position of your throttle. Then pull it full speed and push it again, just quickly. Don't have to push it for 2 seconds. Throttle up to full speed. Then reverse to full speed. It'll give you a confirmation, that long beep at the back, that it has been calibrated. So if I touch the throttle now, I'm going to go forward. down a little bit. Okay, that's actually perfect. So there you go. Installation and calibration of the ESS Dual Plus. So I'm quickly going to demonstrate to you why I like the ES Dual Plus. It has 2 speakers, giving it a nice bass, giving it a nice idling sound, but not just that. What was irritating about all the other ones before this, when you hit higher speed, when you hit full throttle, it'll kind of go into a loop. It'll like a, and you hear that irritating sound. This one goes through gear changes. Let me just quickly demonstrate that to you. It actually goes through 4 gears, and it basically revs up, and you can even feel or hear the resistance of the engine as it goes through higher gears, because it takes longer for the car to go through the gear. So let me just quickly demonstrate to you how much thought they've put into this. We're going to hit full throttle now and listen to the gear changes. Come on! So there you go. That makes the ESS Dual Plus better than anything I've ever heard. So I know you guys can't wait for it. Let's get the wheels back on and just take it on a gentle cruise around the track. is the sound of my people. Booyah! That's never going to get old. No matter what comes along, what electric cars come along, that is never getting old. So that's it from me this week. Subscribe to the channel and don't miss your chance on winning this ESS Dual Plus from Sense Innovations. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell, give me a like, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye. Let's go do this again. Let's go do this again.